Ladies and gentlemen, we all have dreams. We all have goals that light a fire within us. But how many of those dreams have remained just that, dreams? How many of us have found ourselves stuck in the cycle of wishing and hoping for success, but never truly achieving it? What stands between where we are now and where we want to be is not talent, intelligence, or luck. What stands between us and our goals is discipline. Discipline is the secret ingredient that transforms hope into action, ambition into reality. It's the force that turns fleeting desires into a lasting commitment. But here's the thing, discipline isn't just a trait some people are born with. It's a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned, nurtured, and developed. The good news: you have the power to build this discipline within yourself. You have the power to make it unstoppable. Today, I want to share with you the proven method for cultivating a discipline that doesn't just fade away after a few weeks of effort, but a discipline that stands the test of time. A discipline that, when practiced daily, can change the course of your life. If you're ready to stop being at the mercy of your distractions, stop waiting for motivation to strike, and start building the consistency that leads to success, then today is the day you take control of your future. Because with discipline, there is nothing you cannot accomplish. Let's dive into the steps that will transform your mindset, your habits, and your life. This is your path to building unstoppable discipline. 1. The power of consistency. Discipline begins with the understanding that it is not a single moment of willpower, but a continual, consistent effort over time. When we talk about achieving great things, many of us envision monumental achievements that happen in one go, but in reality, success is the result of showing up day after day, even when the circumstances are far from ideal. The idea of being consistent is key because it's easy to be motivated when you're inspired, when things are going smoothly. But the true test of discipline lies in how you show up when you don't feel like it. Motivation is a fleeting feeling, and when you depend on it to get through, you will often find yourself stuck. But when you build consistency into your daily routine, you learn to make progress even without relying on motivation. Even on days when you're exhausted or discouraged, showing up becomes a ritual. Just like any muscle, discipline requires consistent training. Each action you take, no matter how small it seems, builds momentum toward your goal. Over time, these small steps compound into something powerful. The more consistent you are in your efforts, the more you will start to see that your efforts matter, and this builds confidence and momentum. It's the consistency of showing up day after day that will take you from where you are to where you want to be, one step at a time. 2. Define your why. There is a reason why the most successful individuals in the world always talk about the importance of clarity. Clarity on what you're striving for and why it matters. Understanding your why is the secret to unstoppable discipline because it gives your actions purpose. Without this anchor, you may find yourself struggling when the going gets tough. When life presents challenges or distractions, your why becomes the source of motivation that pushes you through. It's what keeps you focused when your resolve starts to weaken. Why is the thing that fuels you when there's no immediate reward for your efforts, when you feel exhausted or discouraged. It's your internal compass that directs your actions and decisions. When your why is clear, you begin to see that every step, even the seemingly insignificant ones, serves a higher purpose. Whether it's achieving personal growth, helping others, or leaving a legacy, your why connects your present actions to your future goals. When you're clear on your reason for doing something, the challenges ahead become less daunting because you know it's worth the effort. Your why is the driving force that makes discipline not feel like a chore but a necessary part of the journey to a greater future. 30. Create a strong routine. Routine is not just about what you do every day. It's about creating a predictable and reliable structure that eliminates the need to make decisions on the fly. When it comes to building discipline, having a routine is invaluable. It sets you up for success by reducing decision fatigue, streamlining your daily activities, and ensuring that you are always working toward your goals, no matter how busy life becomes. A well-crafted routine is like the framework for a house. Without it, your efforts will feel disorganized, and you will likely find it difficult to stay consistent. A strong routine starts with clear priorities. What needs to be done first? What must be done in order to achieve your larger goal? A structured daily routine provides a sense of stability and purpose, and it removes the uncertainty that can cause procrastination. It frees you from constantly questioning what you should be doing next, which can often lead to wasted time or feelings of overwhelm. Instead, your day becomes an intentional series of steps that contribute directly to your larger vision. And the beauty of a solid routine is that it becomes second nature. Over time, the routine begins to guide you without requiring constant effort or mental energy. Discipline thrives in this environment because it's no longer a battle of willpower. It's simply what you do. 40. Start small. Think big. One of the most common mistakes people make when trying to build discipline is setting overly ambitious goals that lead to burnout. It's important to start small. If you begin by setting small, achievable goals, you are more likely to succeed and build momentum. Think about it, a major goal might feel daunting, and because it seems impossible to achieve right away, you might procrastinate or give up entirely. But when you break it down into smaller tasks, each step becomes manageable. You build confidence along the way, which in turn motivates you to take on the next challenge. These small wins add up, and soon, your small actions create a ripple effect that propels you to greater success. Starting small is also about building habits. The first time you take action might not feel significant, but those actions compound over time. As you continue to progress, your small goals start to form a bigger picture. Eventually, you realize that all those little steps have contributed to a major transformation. The idea of thinking big is essential because, even though you start small, you should always have a vision of the bigger goal in mind. Let that vision inspire and guide you as you take each small step toward it. As you make discipline a part of your life, you'll find that these small actions begin to shift your mindset and ultimately lead to monumental success. 5. Embrace the power of no. Discipline isn't just about saying yes to things. It's equally about saying no to distractions and things that don't serve your larger goals. Saying no is a skill that will help you protect your time, energy, and focus. In our world of constant connectivity, it's easy to be distracted. We get pulled in so many different directions by people, events, or even our own whims. The power with this is that it detracts from the deeper work that requires discipline and focus. When you embrace the power of no, you are taking control of your time and consciously choosing to protect what matters most. By learning to say no to distractions, whether it's a phone notification, an unproductive conversation, or a tempting but irrelevant opportunity, you are creating the space to say yes to the things that truly matter. Each time you say no, you are reaffirming your commitment to your larger goal. Saying no also means setting boundaries, both with others and with yourself. You begin to understand that every yes to something outside your focus is a no to the future you're working toward. This power of restraint isn't about being rigid or inflexible. It's about being mindful and intentional with your time and energy. By mastering the art of saying no, you make room for what truly deserves your attention and focus. 60. Set clear, measurable goals. Having clear, measurable goals is crucial when building discipline. Without goals, it's easy to feel directionless or like you're just spinning your wheels. When your goals are specific and measurable, you give yourself something concrete to work towards. Rather than vague intentions like, I want to be healthy, you create actionable steps such as, I will exercise for 30 minutes every day, or I will eat 5 servings of vegetables per day. These specific, measurable goals make it easier to track progress and stay motivated. They also provide a sense of achievement as you accomplish each step. Setting clear goals also means you can regularly assess where you are in relation to where you want to be. This not only helps you stay focused, but it also allows you to adjust your approach if you're not making the progress you want. Without clear goals, it's easy to lose momentum or give up when things get tough. But with measurable milestones, you always know exactly what you're working toward and can celebrate your progress along the way. Your goals should stretch you, challenge you, and inspire you to grow, but they must be clear enough that you can see exactly what success looks like. 7. Master self-control. Self-control is the foundation of discipline, and it is something that needs to be developed over time. We all have desires and impulses that pull us away from our goals, but the ability to resist those urges is what allows discipline to flourish. The ability to practice self-control is not about suppressing your desires or denying yourself. It's about making conscious decisions that serve your greater purpose. You don't just react to every impulse you feel. Instead, you learn to step back and evaluate whether the action aligns with your goals. Developing self-control starts small. It might be as simple as saying no to a second helping of dessert or resisting the urge to check social media during work hours. Each act of restraint strengthens your self-control and makes it easier to say no in the future. It's like training a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it becomes. Self-control is essential for building discipline because it allows you to delay gratification and stay focused on long-term rewards. In the beginning, it may feel like an uphill battle, but as you gain confidence, you will find that your ability to exercise self-control becomes second nature. Mastering self-control gives you the power to act in accordance with your values, even when external temptations are strong. 8. Celebrate small wins as you work toward your goals. It's essential to recognize and celebrate the small wins along the way. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to overlook progress because we're always focused on the next big thing. But every small step you take is a victory that should be acknowledged. Celebrating small wins reinforces the idea that your efforts matter, and it boosts your motivation to keep going. When you achieve a milestone, no matter how small, take a moment to reflect on what you've accomplished. This not only builds confidence, but also helps you stay energized throughout the process. It's easy to get discouraged when your goal feels far away, but small wins help remind you that you are on the right path. Whether it's completing a task, sticking to a routine for a week, or making progress on a long-term project, each small win deserves recognition. These celebrations fuel your discipline by creating positive reinforcement. They remind you that progress is happening, even when it feels slow. And as you continue to celebrate small wins, you'll find that they add up to something much bigger, propelling you forward on your journey. 9. Learn from failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is an integral part of the journey. You will encounter setbacks, obstacles, and times when things don't go according to plan. But it's not the failure itself that matters. It's what you do with it. Those who build unstoppable discipline don't let failure break them. Instead, they embrace it as a lesson. When something doesn't work out, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I adjust my approach moving forward? Failure is often the most powerful teacher because it forces you to reevaluate your strategies and adapt. Rather than viewing failure as something to avoid, see it as an opportunity for growth. Each failure gives you valuable information that can help refine your approach, making you stronger and more prepared for future challenges. Embracing failure as a part of the process reduces the fear of making mistakes and encourages resilience. It shifts your mindset from "I failed" to "I learned." And that shift is crucial for building the kind of discipline that lasts. And surround yourself with the right environment. Finally, one of the most important aspects of building unstoppable discipline is creating an environment that supports your goals. The people, places, and things around you have a significant impact on your ability to stay disciplined. If you're constantly surrounded by distractions or negativity, your discipline will be tested at every turn. But when you create an environment that nurtures your growth, discipline becomes easier. This might mean surrounding yourself with supportive people who encourage you, cutting out negative influences, or setting up your physical space in a way that aligns with your goals. The right environment reinforces your commitment and makes it easier to stay focused. Whether it's creating a workspace free from distractions or spending time with people who motivate and inspire you, your environment can either support or sabotage your discipline. The key is to be intentional about your surroundings. When your environment aligns with your goals, it becomes easier to stay disciplined and committed to your vision. As we come to the end of this journey, remember that discipline is not a destination. It is a lifelong practice, a daily choice. It is the decision to show up even when it feels hard. It is the commitment to your why that propels you forward when obstacles arise. Discipline isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Every small step you take, every decision to stay focused is a victory. And those victories, no matter how small they may seem, build a life that's unstoppable. Let me remind you, success isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about continuing to move forward, even when the road gets tough, and trusting that each effort is leading you to something greater. You have the power within you to make your dreams a reality, and that power comes from the discipline you cultivate today. The world will test you, distractions will pull at you, and failure will try to knock you down. But if you hold firm to the habits and the principles we've talked about today, you will not just reach your goals, you will exceed them. So, as you leave here today, carry this truth with you: unstoppable discipline is the foundation upon which greatness is built. It is the key to unlocking your potential and achieving the life you've always imagined. Keep your why clear, commit to your routine, embrace the challenges, and celebrate each small win along the way. You are capable, you are powerful. And with the discipline you've just begun to cultivate, there is nothing that can stand in your way. Now, go out there and build the life you deserve, one disciplined step at a time.